Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about a recent episode involving Terry Gou, the founder of Foxconn, and his foray into the United States. Terry Gou faced a major setback in the American market, and his grand factory was reduced to a simple computer room. Let's analyze what led to this situation and the implications of this defeat for the industry and for Terry Gou. Terry Gou, one of the most influential entrepreneurs in the world, had big plans to expand his operations in the United States. Foxconn, known for manufacturing products for tech giants like Apple, intended to build a massive factory that promised to create thousands of jobs and boost the local economy. The project was initially met with great enthusiasm. Local and state governments were eager to support the initiative, offering tax incentives and benefits to attract Foxconn. The expectation was that the factory would bring an industrial renaissance to the region. The initial enthusiasm was palpable. Governors and local mayors saw the project as a chance to revitalize declining industrial areas and provide a significant economic boost. Press conferences were held to announce the progress and future plans, generating great anticipation among the public and investors. The promise of creating up to 13,000 direct jobs and thousands of others indirectly fueled the hope that Foxconn could bring a new era of prosperity to the region. The promises were grandiose. Foxconn would not only build a factory but also establish a cutting-edge innovation and technology center. The vision included creating a complete tech ecosystem, where startups and high-tech companies could thrive around Foxconn's large facility. The plans detailed a modern facility with areas dedicated to research and development, advanced component production, and even training programs to develop a skilled local workforce. Government support was not limited to tax incentives. Additional infrastructure, such as roads, power supply, and communication networks, was planned and implemented to support the factory. Local politicians worked hard to show their commitment to providing all the necessary conditions for the project to thrive. The hope was that Foxconn could transform the region into a new tech hub comparable to the world's major tech centers. Incentives also included substantial financing and subsidy packages. These packages were designed to cover initial costs and ensure that Foxconn had all the resources needed for the factory's construction and operation. The magnitude of financial support was unprecedented, reflecting the widespread belief that the project could be a game-changer for the local and regional economy. Terry Gou's vision was clear: to create a facility that not only produced goods but also stood as a symbol of innovation and technological advancement. He envisioned a complex housing the latest in manufacturing technology, capable of attracting talent and investment from around the world. However, this grand vision faced a reality filled with challenges that ultimately undermined the viability of the original project. Despite high expectations, the project's implementation encountered several obstacles. Logistical problems, construction difficulties, and constant delays began to tarnish the project's reputation. Additionally, the lack of clarity about Foxconn's plans increased doubts about the factory's viability. Over time, it became clear that the factory would not fulfill the original promises. Instead of a large-scale production facility, Foxconn began scaling back its ambitions, mentioning plans for a smaller unit focused more on research and development than mass manufacturing. Eventually, the factory was drastically reduced. What was supposed to be a large industrial facility was transformed into a computer room, a visible symbol of Terry Gou's defeat in the United States. This shift was a significant blow to Foxconn's image and to the communities that expected substantial economic benefits. The local and state governments that supported the project felt betrayed. The reduction in the project scope meant that many expected benefits, such as job creation and economic growth, did not materialize, leading to criticism and questioning of the deals made with Foxconn. The reaction in local communities was one of deep disappointment. Many residents who hoped for stable and well-paying jobs saw their expectations dashed. Local small businesses, which prepared to provide services and products to the new factory, had to face the bitter reality that their investments and preparations were in vain. The optimism that initially accompanied the factory's announcement gave way to a sense of disillusionment and skepticism towards grand corporate promises. Politicians who supported the project faced severe criticism. Questions about the wisdom of granting such generous incentives to Foxconn began to arise. The use of public resources to support a project that did not deliver on its promises became a contentious issue, with many citizens and community leaders demanding greater transparency and accountability. Public hearings and discussions about the project's failure became intense, and confidence in governmental decision-making processes was shaken. For Foxconn, the situation also brought internal repercussions. The reduction of the factory not only affected its public image, but also sparked internal debates about the company's expansion strategy. Leaders within Foxconn had to reassess their approaches and consider how to avoid such failures in the future. The experience in the United States served as a harsh lesson about the challenges of internationalization and the importance of meticulous and adaptable planning. In the broader economic landscape, Foxconn's defeat in the United States raised questions about the viability of large industrial projects in an increasingly digital and globalized world. Companies and analysts began to ponder the efficiency of building huge production facilities in an era where technology and business models are constantly evolving. The need for flexibility and the ability to quickly adapt to market changes became more evident than ever. The story also had a significant impact on economic development policies. Governments and policymakers had to reconsider their approaches to attracting foreign investment. The guarantees of job creation and economic development, often used as justifications for tax breaks and other incentives, were re-evaluated in light of Foxconn's failure. The experience highlighted the importance of creating contractual conditions that protect public interests and ensure tangible returns on investments made. Finally, the case of Foxconn in the United States became a classic case study in business and management courses worldwide. The lessons learned from planning and execution errors, as well as the economic and political repercussions, offer valuable insights for future business leaders and decision-makers. The impact of this story will reverberate for many years, influencing how large industrial projects are planned and executed in the future. Terry Gou's defeat in the United States can be attributed to several planning failures. Underestimating logistical challenges and overestimating execution capabilities were critical factors. Additionally, the lack of adaptation to local conditions contributed to the project's failure. For Foxconn, this defeat represents not only a strategic failure, but also a blow to its global reputation. The company, synonymous with efficiency and mass production capability, found itself unable to replicate its success in China on American soil. One of the main lessons from this episode is the importance of adapting strategies to local conditions. What works in one country may not be applicable in another, especially when it comes to large industrial projects. Another lesson is the need for transparency and clear communication with all involved parties. The lack of clarity about the project's goals and constant plan changes undermined trust and increased doubts about the initiative's viability. For Terry Gou, this setback is one of the biggest in his career. Known for his bold ventures and business success, the defeat in the United States represents a low point. However, it is also an opportunity for reflection and adjustment of future strategies. Foxconn will have to deal with the consequences of this defeat and work to rebuild its reputation. The company will need to demonstrate its ability to learn from mistakes and quickly adapt to maintain its leadership position in the global market. Terry Gou's defeat in the United States and the reduction of the Grand Factory to a computer room are reminders of the complexities and challenges that accompany large industrial projects. It's a story of high expectations, unexpected obstacles, and the constant need for adaptation and resilience. And that was our detailed analysis of Terry Gou and Foxconn's setback in the United States. I hope you found this story informative and thought-provoking. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments on what you think about this situation. See you next time.